So the $1,000,000 question, should you work at a retail lender or at a mortgage brokerage? And what do you need to think about to make that decision? So if you've ever asked yourself this question before, I want to hear from you. No matter what side of the mortgage industry you work in, you are always going to wonder if the grass is greener on the other side. I know I did. And when you compound this mental chatter that goes on with the opinions that other people give us, right? Saying that this way or that way is the best way on how you can close loans or build your book of business, it just results in a lot of confusion for many loan officers. And in the worst cases that I see and talk to, decisions that then people make that literally set them back for 12 months, 18 months. Welcome back to the lab, the Real Estate and Mortgage Business Academy. If you're a loan officer trying to figure out whether you should work as a loan officer in retail or switch to being a broker, maybe even open a brokerage, this video is for you. This decision alone can impact your income, the flexibility you have, and your long-term career growth in the mortgage industry. Should you go independent as a broker or work for a direct lender? Like, what's the real difference? Which one is a better fit for you? So today, I want to break down the pros, the cons, the myths, both paths, so that it can help some of you make the right move in your career. All right, so first, let's define the key differences between those two places in the industry. You've got mortgage brokers. Mortgage brokers it's a business, it's a company, and it's a independent middleman, right? Brokers don't lend their own money. Brokers help borrowers, and they work with lenders, and they help close loans by connecting the two, and they get paid to do so. They shop around, they find the best loan options, giving clients access to multiple products and interest rates. Mortgage brokerages are owned by small business owners in local communities who open their brokerages. That could be from just a single person to there are brokerages now that have 1,000 people. Now, on the other hand, you have direct lenders. This would be they're companies that just do mortgages and they fund loans directly, meaning it's that company's money. The loan officers that work at direct lenders only offer in-house loan products, so they don't go out to multiple banks. They do sell those loans after they're funded to multiple investors. There's a difference, but they offer the products that lender chooses to offer in the market. And this just means that the clients that they can work with, that those loan officers don't have as many options. Yes, I know there's the argument out there, but we have a broker division. Okay, but do you use it? Because most people in the broker group or whatever you call it, how you can broker, it's a nightmare, right? It's not like brokering over here. It's different. And so you usually don't use it. So let's just talk about it like it is. So brokers, more loan options, a little more flexibility and independence because you own the business or you work for a small business owner. Lenders, in-house loans, more structure in everything from the back part of the office. There's more people who specialize, managers who can help you, more training typically. Let's talk about the advantages of working at a direct lender. From the loan officer friends that I have that work at direct lenders, because it does have its own perks. There are definitely benefits to both sides. So as a loan officer, you can make fantastic money working for a company. And you can work as a loan officer at a brokerage, you can work at a direct lender. Working at a direct lender means someone has built up a company, they're lending their own money, and typically when you're lending your own money, there's more rules, there's more regulation, there's more layers that have to watch over the company and that also support the loan officers that are selling the loans. And so for the most part, working at a direct lender for loan officers, typically there's a little bit more stability and structure. You know what you're getting into when you go and you work somewhere. There's brand recognition because, when we say direct lenders, you're talking your Rocket Mortgage as an example, you're talking about Fairway, you're talking about, any of these bigger direct lending companies where there are lots of loan officers out there who work in these environments. So there's brand recognition and credibility, which can make it easier to gain trust of clients. The process is streamlined. When I went from broker into retail for 1 year, I went because I wanted it to be easy to run the business. And the big thing that they sold was, 7-day closings or cleared to closes. I don't know. So since everything happens in-house, right, that's where lenders can tout that the process can be faster, more predictable, which can help you close deals quickly. I say, yeah, if your niche is A paper loans and clients. So if that's what you want to be selling, yeah, it will be quick. It'll be quick over here too. The reason where it can slow down on the broker side is because you now have the option to close all those loans you can't do over here. And some of them take longer. Then the last piece I would say in the benefits is that the benefits, so HR type benefits, and the pay structure. So some lenders could offer base salaries. There are benefits, retirement plans, health insurance, eye, dental. Also, training, incentives, and programs. Lenders have more resources because they make more money on every loan. The rates are higher, but they make more money. And then what they do with that money is they put more resources in place for their loan officers. So if you prefer structure and predictable income, benefits, working at a direct lender really might be the way to go for you. Now let's talk about why loan officers choose working at a mortgage brokerage or opening a brokerage. Brokers typically, their rates are lower, and that's because they're capped. They can't make more than 2.75 on a loan. So overall, even if you're the owner, right, you're not making more per deal than a direct lender is. But if you own that business, it's all yours to then decide how it distributes. If you're the one closing the loan, especially if you have loan officers, right, they're going to get their commissions, their comp plan. I have found in more recent years that the broker channel is having better, higher commission splits for loan officers. And not just if you own, but there are branch models now. But like I said, when you do that, don't expect to go from retail into a branch model or where you get your commissions minus a per file fee or a couple bips, and then you're going to have support. You're not going to. You really got to find the right place who can do all of that. Brokers have more loan products, and that's probably one of the biggest things that the people who have joined our brokerages say is you hear that there's more options, but the amount of options, like there's a solution for everything. So working with multiple lenders means you have access to not just conventional, not just non-QM, commercial, alternative financing. Like you can find a source if someone can lend on it. And this allows you to convert more of the clients that get sent your way, which in my opinion is a little bit about working smarter, not harder, although they can be harder deals. There's more flexibility so that you can grow your business the way you want to grow it. So since you own the business, if you're the owner, you set the pricing, you structure your team, you decide on your marketing, like you have control. You decide where you order it. That was the thing that drove me crazy when I went to retail. I remember we were ordering office supplies like toilet paper and stuff, and we got in trouble from where we ordered it from, and we were like, but it's the lowest price. It doesn't matter. We have to order it from here. And I get that now because I'm a systems person, but I couldn't stand that. That really rubbed me. So if you own a brokerage, you make every decision, which can be a blessing and a curse. But before you get too excited, let's look at a couple other sides of this. So who makes more? Brokers versus lender. So when we talk money, because at the end of the day, income is a big factor for a lot of us, right? So mortgage brokers typically earn higher commission splits, like I was saying, when you're a loan officer, right? You can, if you are experienced, you can probably go find somewhere to work where you can make 150 up to 200 basis points per loan. But remember, you're going to handle all your own stuff, all your own marketing, all your own, pay for your credit reports, unless you choose to charge the client. And this all comes down to the brokerage you choose to work at, because no two brokers are the same. And I do talk to loan officers working at different brokerages all the time. Some brokers work with 4 wholesale lenders, and that's it. Whereas others sign up with 30 lenders. Loan officers at lenders, usually I would say when I talk to people who work at lenders, it's pretty structured. I make 100 basis points. I make 125 basis points. But they may receive more perks, right? More benefits and in-house things that the company does. If you're more of a person like me, you want full control over what happens with your checks, how your office is set up, where you order things from, right? Broker. If you prefer the stability, somebody to tell you what to do, lender, direct lender. Now, also, let's just talk for a second because I think it's important to understand the ways you can work within lenders and brokers. Let's say you're not going to own on either side. So you can work as a loan officer at a direct lender or at a broker. You can work on someone's team. You can manage your own branch at a direct lender. You can manage your own branch as a broker now. And when I say you can manage your branch, a branch pretty much means you have a profit and loss. So if there's extra money after the owner takes their cut, then, right, you get all the money after your expenses and what they take instead of just making a flat commission. And then I'd say the top tier as an employee, as a loan officer, is at lenders and at a lender, direct lender is being a manager or a regional, right? That would be your top tier executive position, whereas the top tier position in the broker side is owning your brokerage. And then last year, let's talk about some myths, because I like to clear up some myths that might be holding you back from making the right decision. And what I'll say about myths is there's always going to be people giving you their opinions. Ask them if they have been in the shoes of the thing you're asking. If they're saying, don't go to broker, it's the wild, wild west. Oh, have you worked on the broker side at the brokerage I'm specifically looking at or that I'm looking to open with? Because if they haven't, there's no weight in what they say. Let's go with myth number 1. Brokers always make more money. The truth, some do, some don't. Brokers can earn more, but they also can take on more in expenses if they don't know how to run their brokerage, especially newer brokers. They can waste money on marketing, have in-house processing versus outsourcing, compliance. So if you don't know how to manage your expenses properly, you're going to make less no matter which side you're on. Then there's the myth that brokers' rates are always lower. I would say usually, but not always. So brokers often have wholesale pricing, which can be more competitive than at a direct lender. But when I was originating and some of our loan officers, people will take lower commissions to earn a deal. Then there's the myth, being a broker is much harder, right? The truth, being a broker is different, but not necessarily harder. Because if you get the right training, mentorship, and you end up at the right brokerage, becoming a broker can be one of the fastest paths to financial freedom. Mortgage brokers don't offer benefits. There's no health insurance, right? Once again, brokerages can offer benefits. You just need to work at a brokerage that has them or purchase them yourselves if you're getting more of your commissions. So really, which path is for you, right? I can't answer that for you. What I can tell you is I know what you're going through. I know that, I worked as a mortgage broker for 12, 13, 14 years. And when I got approached about going to a lender and I was sold this Kool-Aid of how beautiful my life would be, that I bit down, I gulped it up and drank it, and it was one of the worst years of my life. Not because it was a direct lender. It wasn't the right fit for me. It's the perfect fit for other people. And so it's really about finding people you can talk to and having resources and looking at what you've tried before that. If you've moved from 3 different companies, but they're all the same type of company, right, then you really need to be strategic about what your next move is. If you're not closing enough deals, have you been somewhere that you're held accountable? Maybe you need to be on someone's team. Being a direct lender is great for some people, but those people who want multiple loan products, like to get their hands dirty, you have that entrepreneurial spirit, you want to open more than one business, right? I think broker ownership is the right path for you. Whereas if you just don't like to deal with people problems and you don't want to hire someone to do administrative work, right? The direct lender is going to take more off your plate. So at the end of the day, it comes down to your goals. So if you're ready to scale your income, take control of your career, and you do have that entrepreneurial itch, and you just want to connect with someone who's a resource in the mortgage broker space, my link is always in the description here of the video, and I'm happy to meet with anyone and give you honest feedback about becoming a broker and sharing the ways that we help loan officers every day, every week with the things that CoLab does to support everyone in the industry. So I hope that this video helped you think about your career path a little differently. If it did, do me a favor, hit the like button, drop a comment below. That's how I know that these videos are helping you. Let me know other things that you'd like me to create videos about. Are you leaning towards direct lender, or are you considering going over to the broker side? And for all of you who know you want to become a mortgage broker and start your own business, maybe not even right away, but one day, reach out, schedule time to talk to me. I'll tell you the best path to do that. Subscribe to the channel, share this video, and check out any of our free resources in our videos. Otherwise, I will see you guys in our next video.